I'll give you a guess what today's video is about. Any ideas? No? No clue? You're just gonna have to watch it. Hi guys, my name's Michael and welcome back to the Cataholos YouTube channel. So today, this is the first video in a series that we're doing on your emotional health. So we've looked at your body, we've looked at your mind, and we've also been looking at things like stress, and we've been telling the story of Cataholos. So today I want to introduce something really important in your emotional health. It's something that I've been practicing personally for about 5 or 6 years, and something that informs the principles of what we do here with the company, and it's called loving kindness. So with your emotions, there's all sorts of emotional states, aren't there? There's joy, there's wonder, there's awe, there's inspiration, there's love, then there's anxiety, there's depression, there is panic, there is fear, there is genuine desperation. So there's all sorts of different emotions, and throughout the day and throughout the week and months and years, and even sometimes within a couple of seconds or minutes, our emotions can be all over the place. So what we're looking at today is we're looking at, well, how can we get grounded in that? How can we live in somewhere that's a bit more firm? Because positive emotional states are going to come and they're going to go. And we don't believe it's about living in these positive states all the time, being permanently juiced up, being expected to be super happy and positive all the time. But equally, it's not about staying in states that are negative and really draining emotionally and you don't want to be there. So what we're looking at today is how can you get into a middle ground, but not just an average place, not a place of like, a really good, solid, strong place that you can live in the majority of the time. Because if you think about it, where do you actually spend the majority of your day? I'm not thinking it's really depressed, hopefully, and I'm not thinking it's really happy and excited and positive. It's probably kind of somewhere around the middle. If you think about how many hours in the day you actually spend in that state. So this loving kindness idea, this is a place that you can stay in and go to as often as you want. It really can be cultivated. So I'll tell you a little bit of background about it. So I first got into this idea through meditation years ago, through using Headspace with Andy Puddicombe, which I highly recommend. I read a book by a guy called Matthieu Ricard, all about happiness, and he's a Buddhist monk. So these guys have origins in Buddhism. But then I was reading a book by Jonathan Sachs called The Home That We Build Together, and he talks about chesed and the Jewish idea of loving kindness. So this is something that religiously and politically has been around as long as people have been around, and they call it in different words, but at the moment the most common way you hear it called is loving kindness. So what it means is it's a place that you cultivate expressing love and kindness towards all people. So it's not romantic love, like you're in love with them, and it's not expecting to do super kind things. It's just that warm kind of feeling of not wishing anybody harm and wanting them to be happy and wanting yourself to be happy. And often it goes hand in hand with meditation. You could do a meditation where you just sit and you express loving kindness to yourself. You don't want yourself to suffer, you just want yourself to be happy, and you just be kind to yourself and you express that love, and then you can send that out towards anybody. And if you think about it, if you act towards people with loving kindness, you're not trying to be the best friend, you're not trying to do huge acts of positive things, but you're treating them with a respect and with a dignity and with a genuine consideration and kindness as a fellow human being. And that's a really solid basis to treat people. That's a really solid basis to treat yourself and to live in. And I found that when I express loving kindness towards myself, when I express loving kindness towards anybody, genuinely people pick up on that, and they can see that even if you make mistakes, you're not trying to harm people, you're not out there trying to hurt people, you're genuinely expressing this fondness for people and you're wishing them well. Because another thing that I think we can suffer from is comparison, in expecting ourselves to be better than other people, to be better than we think we can be, and that can be quite emotionally tiring, it can be exhausting. I know in my past I've struggled with things like that, comparing myself to other people, and what are they saying, what are they doing, what am I doing, what are we doing? And if you think about loving kindness, that's much more about thinking, well, I want that person to do well, good for them, I wish them success, and I wish myself success, I wish myself happiness. It's a lot more of an abundant emotional state. There's no limits to loving kindness. You can't kind of use up your loving kindness one day and say, I'm done. That's it. I got no more left in me. Sorry, I have to be mean to you. It doesn't work. It's a lot more like the ocean. The more you're trying to take a drop out of it, the more you realise just how big it is. And that's really exciting. I think it's really, really powerful to know that there's an emotional state that you can tap into and cultivate like a garden. You can tend to it. You can, when you see yourself being angry or hateful or resentful or in pain, you can kind of turn that around and say, am I being kind to that person right now? Am I being loving to that person right now? Am I being loving and kind to myself? And if the answer is no, you're not, then just check yourself and say, okay, take a breath and okay, I'll try again. I'll start again. And I really like that because it's gentle, it is pliable, it's flexible, it's non-direct. You don't have to try and achieve it. It's not about time, it's not about money, it's not about anything like that. It's more a feeling of serenity, a feeling of ease. When you feel loving kindness towards yourself and towards other people, you just want them to be happy and to be themselves and for you to be the same. And I've found that if you try and just do a bit of that each day, you can actually start to live in a place where you're doing things through loving kindness. Your actions are informed by loving kindness. Your decisions and your relationships are informed by loving kindness. And genuinely feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more at ease, because you're not trying to force things as much. You're just wishing people well, and whatever they choose to do and whatever happens, kind of happens. And whatever it is, you'll express loving kindness towards it and you'll make the most of it. So I hope that was helpful. I find it really, really helpful. So this thing called loving kindness, it's a way of looking after your emotional health. Try it today. Try expressing it towards something you find difficult, either in yourself or with a situation or somebody else. So thank you very much for watching. We've got a new video coming on Saturday. We're excited to share that with you. Please can you like and comment and subscribe. Thank you all so much for your support in the first couple of weeks. It's been amazing. We're really enjoying sharing these videos with you. All right, take care guys. See you soon.